Hello everybody, this is gametogenesis. It takes place in the gonads. Gametogenesis takes place in the gonads. That is, the testes for the males and the ovary for females. Gametogenesis is the production of male and female gametes. We understand that it's the sperms and the egg cell. So the production of sperms is called spermatogenesis. It takes place inside the seminiferous tubules. We know that the seminiferous tubules is present inside the lobes of the testes, and it's a tube with a lumen inside, meaning a narrow passage that runs through the length of the tube. And the production of the sperm cells is done on the walls. So we are interested on the walls of the seminiferous tubules. Spermatogenesis takes place on the walls of this seminiferous tubule, and there is a germ layer. This green layer of cells that you see, this is the germ cells. And the germ cell divides mitotically, meaning 2n, this is the number of chromosomes, 2n will divide to form two new cells with 2n number of chromosomes. Okay, the same number of chromosomes. So this is very important to understand. The germ layer divides to form two new cells. Okay, and so here is one germ cell which divides to form two new cells. One cell persists or continues to form the germ layer, and the other one is called the spermatogonium or spermatogonia. So this is labeled as, in the previous video I gave you this diagram where this is labeled as spermatogonia. So this is what it is. Spermatogonium or gonia is the precursor or the mother cell of the sperm cells. The spermatogonium undergoes two divisions. It divides twice, and this division is first meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. And we understand that meiosis 1 is reductional division, meaning a 2n number chromosome, 2n number of chromosome containing cell divides to form two new cells, where the 2n is divided into two new cells. Now we have 2 into n number, and in each cell, okay, and we have 2 of those. And these two cells undergo meiosis 2, which is equational division. Equational division is equivalent to mitosis, meaning the number of chromosomes persist or is equal in the parent cell and the newly produced cells. So n number of cells containing what we call cell, and there are 2 of it, they produce these. Let's just do it like that. So we have okay. So 4 haploid cells. Let's go here to understand it better. This is spermatogonium with 2n number of chromosomes. It undergoes meiosis 1 and produces 2 new cells, and this will have 2n number of chromosomes. That is haploid cells, but there are chromosomes for 2 new cells. Okay, so that's n number of cells, but there are 2 sets of it. That is what we mean by it. So this again undergoes the second meiotic division, meiosis 2, which is, again, we talked about it, which is the equational division, where the number of chromosomes is not reduced but separated. These are separated into the 4 new cells, and we have 4 newly produced spermatids. These are immature cells. So this is the spermatogonia, spermatocyte. These are the spermatocytes. And the spermatocytes divide again to produce these cells known as spermatids. They are the actual sperm cells. But sperm cells need to differentiate. Okay, I'll come to it later. Sertoli cells. There are certainly cells called Sertoli cells, which are their function is to nourish and help the spermatids mature and differentiate into what it needs to be. The testes produces a large amount of sperm cells. Look at the number, semen of just 1 millimeter cube. That means a cube of 1 centimeter. That much of semen will contain 20 to 300 million sperm cells on a normal male. On an average, 1,500 sperm cells are produced every second. Now, the production of sperm cells begin from when a boy reaches puberty, that's about 13 to 14 years of age, then he begins to produce sperms, and that persists, or it continues till old age, unlike females. Okay? Now the spermatids, which are the immature sperm cells, needs to differentiate. When it's produced or immature, it looks like this, but it has to turn and develop into something else with 3 different structures: the head, the middle piece, and the tail. So this occurs at it requires a temperature which is a little less than normal body temperature, approximately 34 degrees centigrade, and stored in the epididymis. So this is how the sperm cells are formed. Once again, it begins from a spermatogonium, divides twice, and forms 4 haploid cells, which needs to differentiate and mature. And this maturing occurs at a lower temperature than normal body temperature. And this maintenance of the temperature, body temperature, is done by the scrotum, which is a muscular bag. When it's too cold, the scrotum contracts and pushes the testes to the lower abdomen, where it draws heat. And when it's too warm, the scrotum relaxes and pulls the testes away from the body to maintain this temperature. Right?